Are you looking for that shiny new productivity hack? It's not about that super duper productivity planner or that software that will make more stuff happen. It's about understanding intrinsically how you rock and sustainably get more done. Today we're talking about circadian rhythms and how understanding your unique circadian rhythm can give you the edge when it comes to being productive at work. Let's get started, shall we?
Well, hello, beautiful people, and welcome to the Project Joyful podcast. I'm your host, Tracy Tutty, your medical herbalist and high performance coach. So, hey, Project Joyful isn't just about being happy. It's about consciously creating a life you love. It's about remembering how to reconnect with your soul-centered joy. You know, that joy that comes from doing what you love, from living on purpose, and from being in a life that allows you to experience deep joy moment by moment. So hey, let's get started, shall we?
So many of my conversations with clients seems to centre around time and productivity. Sustainably getting more done isn't about that next productivity hack. It's not about that super duper gorgeous productivity planner, that software that's going to miraculously make more stuff happen. Sustainably getting more done is about being clear about what matters most, and it's about working with your body rather than against it. Have you ever found yourself staring at the page? You're unable to get the next line written on your report. Why is it sometimes it's effortless and sometimes it's sheer hard work, grit and determination? We talk about the importance of being in the flow, but when it comes to the day-to-day, what exactly is being in the flow? Now, being in the flow referred to that moment in time, that magical moment when you were fully immersed and present in that thing that you were doing or being. Everything else just dropped away. Popular psychology is borrowed from being in the flow, moving it from that aspect of mindfulness and using it as a focus and therefore productivity tool. Using being in the flow as a productivity hack removes the essence of flow. But there are some aspects of being in the flow that can help you to focus. Being focused for a greater percentage of your day leads to being more productive that day. Enjoy more of those days and you get a productive week. More of those weeks and you're looking at a productive month. Before you know it, bingo! It's your best year yet. Remember when I talked about the importance of being sustainable by working with your body? How can you harness working with your body to increase focus? Well, it comes down to your individual circadian rhythm. A circadian rhythm is the natural responses that happen in your body over a 24-hour period. It's natural and it's normal. And they're largely driven by your experiences of light and dark, your genes and environmental factors such as how you're feeling within yourself, what you've eaten, to name just a few. This internal clock is how your body works out when to sleep, when to eat, when to start cleaning, clearing and repairing. It also governs when you're most alert and therefore more easily able to focus. Research has attempted to categorize our circadian rhythms into more understandable classifications such as the bear, the wolf, the lion and the dolphin. While it's a useful rule of thumb, I've found circadian rhythms are a little more personalised than go to bed by 11 p.m. and wake up by 7 a.m. if you're a bear. But it is a good place to start. The key is to start with self-awareness. Do you know your most alert times of the day or the night? If not, that's a good place to start. It's easy to do this. Just create a schedule from when you wake to when you go to bed with the hours down the left-hand side of your page. And then every hour, just check in with yourself and notice how you're feeling. On a scale of 1 through to 5, jot down how alert you feel, with 5 being super alert, 1 not at all. And just keep jotting that down in this schedule. Now you want to do this for a couple of weeks to allow for anomalies like that pizza that made you sleepy, or if you didn't get a great night's sleep last night. So do this for a period of around 2 weeks and you'll notice trends starting to emerge. You'll start to notice that you're most alert at a particular time of day, or that you're more drowsy at a different time of the day or night. You'll notice the impact different types of movement or exercise has on your focus. For example, I find that lifting weights makes me more alert for the 90 minutes following that type of workout. Now, this isn't unusual because there's been a number of studies that have reported a correlation between resistance exercise, such as lifting weights or strength training, which is using your body weight, and improvements in focus, concentration, and thinking ability. Now, you're starting to assemble information. You'll discover that you're naturally more focused at these times, or if you want to boost your focus, you can do these things. Is there a double whammy when you do the focus boosting activities just before a time that you're naturally more focused? What foods perk you up? And how long does that boost last? What foods relax you or make you feel lethargic? When would be the best time to have them if you still want them? Now's the time to put that information to use. First of all, take a look at your calendar and schedule in focus blocks in at the times that you're naturally more alert. What's a focus block? Well, a focus block lasts between 30 and 90 minutes, and it's a time for deep, critical thinking. Remember last week when we talked about one interruption, no matter how small, requires a further 23 minutes to get back to where you were mentally before you were interrupted? You definitely don't want those during your focus blocks. So this is the time to remove yourself to somewhere that you won't be interrupted, or put out those highly visible do not disturb signs. Now here's a secret sauce productivity tip for your focus blocks. A lot of people don't know this. Before you begin, decide on what you want to achieve in your focus block. Give yourself 15 to 30 minutes sometime before beginning your focus block to decide on what you're dedicating that focus time to. And think of it in terms of your focus prep. Decide ahead of time what resources you'll need for that focus block to deliver that chosen outcome, and assemble them in a way where you won't be tempted to do a quick Google on something else. Those not so quick Googles can happen after your focus block in the recovery time. Now, one of the ways I do this is that I schedule the focus block ahead of time. I set them up on my calendar as a recurring meeting, just with the word focus, so I know what it's about. And then my first task for the day when I'm getting organised is to assign a delivery to that focus time. Now, this can be as simple as I've got 90 minutes at 10:30 a.m. and I'm going to update the meeting name of focus to financial commentary, for example, if I'm going to write the financial commentary report for the Audit and Risk Committee. So schedule in your focus work time according to your circadian rhythm. This way you can ensure that you're doing the stuff that you need to be focused on and concentrating on in the time when you're naturally most alert. Straight after your focus blocks, it's treat time, so set aside some recovery time. Now, recovery time is a 30-minute block straight after your focus block. You use it for your downtime Googling, or take a walk, or do some stretching, some deep calm belly breathing, or try bouncing on the spot like this. You see, the better you know yourself, the easier it is to dial into your natural productivity spots. Start by mapping out your energy levels throughout a 24-hour period. Do this for a couple of weeks and notice what you're doing, what you're thinking, what you're eating, and how all those things affect your energy. Once you have your personalised energy map, use it to preset your focus blocks and follow them up with some playtime. Don't leave your focus blocks to chance. Begin them already knowing what you intend to deliver. Start implementing these simple steps today, and before you know it, you will have had a great day. Great days lead into great weeks. Great weeks set the foundation for a great year. In the words of Tim Ferriss, we tend to overestimate what we can do in a day and underestimate what we can do in a month. Take the pressure out of it by focusing on making today great. Sending you lots of love. Bye for now.
Hey, thanks for listening to today's podcast. Can I ask you a favour? If our conversation spoke to you today, could you please take a moment to leave a 5-star review? Your review will help people discover this podcast, and together we can create a world where there's even more love and more laughter. And if you want to hear more from the Project Joyful podcast, just click the subscribe button. Bye for now.